Okay, so yesterday we were talking about plot development and the characteristics of a plot. So let me review that really quickly. We have our introduction, our rising action, over here, bud, our climax, our falling action, and a resolution. So, what you're going to get to do today is we're going to make our own comic strip, and we're going to use those elements from the plot while we're designing our comic strip. So first we need to, here's your comic strip narrative planning sheet, and you can just use the back of your paper if you want, but we can brainstorm some some of our own personal narratives. Obviously it can't be like a really long, complicated, if you only have 5 frames, but you're gonna make it in comic strip form so that you're just including those elements. So here's some example of a list of topics that you might use. What if you were asking for money, a new toy, or permission from your mom and dad to do something? Or parent, grandparent, step-parent, whoever. Winning or accomplishing something. A serious mistake you made when you were younger. A time when something good happened to you or someone else making a big choice.
Does it have to be about me?
It could be about someone else you know.
Can it be about a made-up character?
Sure.
Okay.
But it should be, it's really supposed to be a personal narrative. So, in our narrative, in the pig narrative, that was fiction. But we're applying this to our own personal narratives. And those elements can still be there. Getting injured and getting better. I don't think you've ever had anything like that happen to you.
I got feelings.
So let's brainstorm some topics that you might do for your personal narrative.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't really think anything really important has ever happened to me.
what about when Vinny came to live with us?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So if we were thinking about the introduction, yep. When Vinny came, or when we adopted Vinny, I knew that would inspire you. Everybody has to find their own muse, and Vinny is often your muse, isn't he? I can see it in your face. You know when you found your topic. When Vinny came to live with us. That's a good. Okay. So what events happened that led up to Vinny living with us?
You called Rowan from the animal shelter.
Okay.
And
Why don't you just kind of write down your list of events as they happened?
you said we might be getting a dog.
Yeah. I said I found a hairless dog.
She found a hairless dog?
Yeah. These can just be your brief notes, so you don't have to write the whole story out. So, I guess for your introduction though, do you want to say like we wanted to get a dog for a long time, but my mom had allergies?
Yeah.
That could be your introduction. Okay. So then the rising action was Mom called Rowan from the animal shelter and she said she found a special hairless dog. Okay. So after that, what happened that day?
You came back home and you drove me and Rowan to the animal shelter.
Okay. So those aren't, like, if we're thinking of, like, what we would plot as our next big point, maybe.
We all met Vinny.
Okay, so you met Vinny at the shelter.
Hi. Flashbacks.
Oh, I know. This is a personal narrative for me also. I guess if I was doing this with my class, I might use that as an example. So we all met Vinny at the shelter, and
We hung out with him.
you could say it was love at first sight, or we all met Vinny at the shelter,
And it was love at first sight.
and we decided to adopt him.
So should we write that on the next bullet?
You could say, and we decided to adopt him, because that all happened. That's kind of our climax.
We played
don't you
with
think?
him though first.
Okay, but that's part of meeting him. So think of this as a comic strip too. Like, this is a comic strip, so we don't want to get too. Like, if we were writing a whole story, we might include, but we're just sticking to the major plot points. The climax was we all met Vinny at the shelter, and we decided to adopt him.
The special hairless dog that we just met.
Yep. And then our falling action might be what happened next.
Me and Rowan, we took him home and he started running circuits around the house.
Yeah. So we got him home. He went a little crazy running around our house exploring. Do you think that's kind of the falling action?
Yeah.
I think this is perfect.
And he did circuits around the house.
That was funny.
Yeah. That was our first laugh at him, among many.
Yeah, we just thought we started to see his personality more because he was so scared at the shelter.
But
That's
he
a
was
good
like-
example of him kind of showing his true personality, because
And then he was like,
he's like, oh my gosh, you have so much space. I was in a cage, blah, running around. Could you see how that could be in a comic book,
yeah.
comic strip? That would be funny. Okay.
I had like a 1x1 area, and now I've got like 100.
Well, it was a little more than 1x1. It was like, it wasn't very big though. It was like 4x6. So each dog doesn't have very much room. I know. And he was sharing it with Stitch. So, okay. Falling action is we got him home and he did circuits around the house. He was so excited.
Because he was so excited.
Yeah. Rowan, he rolled over and let Rowan. This is such a good story.
It's giving me memories of Vinny.
Yep. And then what would our resolution be?
Our resolution would be, and we've loved him ever since.
He settled in, and
We've loved him ever since.
I guess you could say he settled in, and
It's just jingle jangle.
we've all been he settled into our house and became a part of our family, and we. Now it's like he was never not a part of our family. You don't have to put that, but. Okay. I might print out another one of these because I made you write it on the back of the. Go ahead and get another one out the printer, I guess. These are good moments for me for when I'm writing lesson plans to think of things that might happen. Like normally we might be writing this on a piece of scratch paper, but I ended up having you write it on the back of your. Okay, so for your graphic organizer, it has your title page. You're going to have a frame that's like your title. It might be When Vinny Came to Live with Us. Your introduction frame, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. But since you're doing this in a visual medium, like the comic strip, you're also going to put in like characters present, the landscape and props. What was the setting?
Yeah.
What's your background going to be? Caption. So it could be like, oh, Mom, we really want a dog. And then I might be like, but I have allergies. You know what I mean? Okay. So if you want to start filling in your comic strip narrative planning sheet,
Title. What should the title be?
the title would probably be When Vinny Came to Live with Us. Or How We Adopted Vinny, or something like that.
When Vinny came to live with us.
I'll be right here.
When Vinny came to live with us. When Vinny came to live with us.
I told you this would be kind of fun.
When Vinny came to live with us. Should we get Vinny? He can read his comic.
Well, not right now, sweetheart.
So when Vinny came to live with us.
And then what? That you can have your, you can pick a background, but
Could it be like a girl that looks like me and doing like this maybe?
it could be you and Rowan and me.
Yeah.
If it's like,
And just the title? And I could put characters on the title?
well, you could just have you could have Vinny, like a picture of Vinny, or a dog that looks like Vinny.
Characters present Vinny.
Maybe a big heart would be your background. He gets the whole, you're using all your space. But yeah, okay. Landscape might be, like you might use a giant heart.
Yeah.
We'll have to play around with the landscapes and stuff. But do you have room for all of this? I know that we don't have a traditional. Okay, so landscape and props. Just, we can have our title page, but that's not as important for us to have a caption. For the introduction, the scene and actions that occur is, we wanted a dog for a long time, but Mom had allergies.
We wanted a dog for a long time, but Mom had allergies. Yeah, for so long we couldn't get a dog to be right.
Yeah. So the characters present in that scene might be me and you and Rowan.
Mom. Roman. Sarah or
Yeah, Aurora. You're the character. Okay. Where's the landscape? It could be anywhere. We could be hanging out at home.
Could we do our house?
Yeah. Like, if we're hanging around our house and you guys are like, Mom, we want a dog. And I'm like, so that could be your caption. That's like, Mom, we want a dog. But I'm like, I have allergies. Me too, but I have allergies.
It's a very butchered G.
It's okay. That's your that's kind of like your practice. Rough draft area.
Mom, we want a dog.
And then on the, I would separate it by making a new line that said, and my character might be like, but I have allergies. Me too, but I have allergies. I don't want to tell you what to write, but it practically writes itself.
Allergies.
See, if I was teaching this in my classroom, I might use
Videos teaching.
this is an example of a narrative. So the rising action you said was Mom called Rowan from the animal shelter, and she said she found a special hairless dog. So if you want to go ahead and write that in there.
I don't know if I have enough room.
If you want to go ahead and write all these into your beginning, you can work on the other parts. Rowan.
I'm not young finished. As soon as I saw him, it was love at first sight.
Now, normally I'd have a bunch of students I'd be helping out, so I'd be all over the place, running like a chicken with my head cut off. And then resolution. Okay. So characters present in this part,
Me.
Rowan and you. Okay. Where would you be at?
Our house again.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I hate it when it logs you out. And then the caption might be me saying, I found a hairless dog.
A special hairless dog. Like there would be like.
Go ahead and write it out. I started writing on your sheet. I'm excited about this story, so I want to but I gotta.
and it could be in like one of those spiky captions, like so it shows that you're from the phone.
I was really excited. Yeah, I think they have different kinds of caption. I found a special hairless dog. Do you want to meet him? And then this one might not have any captions because you all met Vinny at the shelter and we decided to adopt him. But I could be like, let's adopt him.
I could be like, I love
Okay, so
him.
finish storyboarding your comic so that we can make it.
Characters present.
Let me move this for you so you can get back on it when you do your... Normally
It's not you first, then Rowan, then me, it's Vinny. It's me, then Vinny, then Rowan, then you. What should the landscaping props be?
Well, where were we when that happened?
Well,
That's kind of like your setting.
the animal shelter, but I don't know if they're on. And the caption would be like, let's adopt him. Let's adopt him. I love him. And he's so hairless. Like, probably that one or that one.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't want to distract you. You need to finish your...
Falling action.
I need to give you time to finish that without micromanaging it, so...
Landscape. Should the caption be Vinny's nails clicking on the ground?
Well, your captions are going to be like your talk bubbles because it's a comic strip. So it could be...
He's really excited.
We don't really have to have one. We could just say...
Vinny's really excited.
Yeah, you could have a little caption that said Vinny's exploring the house and... Or Vinny's doing excitedly doing circuits around the house. I think you could have a caption for that because there's nobody really talking. It's Vinny running around like a silly man.
I remember I think I said, look, Vinny's doing circles around the house. So
Yeah.
this is like,
Yeah, you could have you there saying like, look, Vinny's running, so excited he's running in circles around the house.
characters. Landscape and props would be. Should we all be like in front of the house, like holding Vinny?
Yeah, that would be a good one.
caption be? Do you think? Vinny came.
In no time, Vinny settled into our house and became a part of our family. Like, that's basically what you have. Because that's what happened.
Feels like we've had it forever. I was still 9 then, wow. Heart. When you called us, I was like so excited. Like, you said the word dog, and I went, what?
Well, just the weekend before, Rowan had been asking me about it too, so. Okay, well, I think you're ready to make what you've been waiting for. I think you're ready to make your comic strip. And we have it set up with 6 frames, so the first one, you can choose, that's your title.
So, will I do like a heart or something?
You can do whatever you want.
I'll do like a heart.
I did a demo one with how Vinny came to live with us in a heart. So if you want to find those, look for background under scenes here. You can do scenes. You can do more. There's mythical or patterns.
Okay.
So I chose a heart.
I can do it. I can do it.
Okay. I just want to make sure that one's not. Yeah, okay.
Wait, what about that background one?
I don't know. Can you undo? Because I don't know how you chose that. You were like playing around with it, and there you go. I knew it. You got to kind of play around with it and fix it.
All right, I want it to be that like peachy color, and then text.
Yeah, and then you want to go to speech. Under textables. Up here. I know. Once you get the hang, and then freeform text, and then watch. Okay, watch what I do. Drag it from here into your scene.
Okay.
That's how you basically get everything. And then you can pick if you want to. I made my font size bigger because it was really small. And then, do you see how if I click on that text, watch what I'm doing. If I click on the text area.
I've made a Google Doc before.
Okay, so you can move around the text in the heart. The little lady gives you directions, but it's kind of fun to play with. I think when I do either my 40-hour thing or my student teaching, I would definitely use this because it's really fun.
Right, there you go.
Aw, I like yours.
Oh, baby came to live with us.
Okay, so your background for your second scene, I would go to scenes and home indoor, maybe. So look for something that looks like maybe if you guys were hanging out live.
We were hanging out in Rowan's room because I think I was watching him play video game. So.
But this is what we wanted it up. This is when you say, Mom, we want a dog, and I say, me too, but I have allergies. So it could probably be anywhere. Like your background could be anywhere.
What
Like
about,
say we were eating dinner or in the living room.
What about like this picture? This
Sure.
Because I think it's a living room.
Yeah. They're not going to have one that looks exactly like our living room. And then,
Oh, it can be that color. Wow, it is also like that color.
you. I don't want to rush you. I'm going to let you play with this stuff more later. But would you go ahead and date your characters and...
Alright, characters, finally. Alright, for me first.
Pick a mom, a kid, a mom,
Okay.
and a brother.
Alright, let's look at me. I think this was good.
Sure. I'm saying you could play around with this forever, so why don't you get the scenes built, and then after my lesson's over, you can play around with it as much as you want.
Oh, that's a little.
And this is good for my reflection too, because I can say, I should have left them more time to play, because you're really wanting to play with the graphics and the background and make it just so. Okay, make your people and make your captions. Just humor me, please.
Okay.
And I swear you can go back in and play with anything you want. I'm glad that you like it. I'm glad that you like this so much, because it looked like fun, but until I have kid test it, it's not, I don't know. Like, kids might be like, oh, this is dumb. But you guys could spend hours modifying these, couldn't you? I found this website, and I thought it looked cool. I played around with it a little bit.
Let's run. Let's go probably right there. And then you adults. Alright, you pick you.
Does that look like Mom? I don't really know.
Crazy hair.
I'm not that vain. Good thing, huh? I like how they have different backgrounds.
Look at me. Look me in the eyes.
Green.
Yeah. That's what I thought, but I wasn't 100% sure. What's your favorite color?
Probably purple.
Oh, you're wearing flip-flops. There you go. Alright, and need textiles.
Oh, I couldn't figure out how to scroll further to the right, but if you click on the last cell and you use your direction keys, it'll work. Boy, they have everything, like a home gym.
I'm gonna put me in one further apart.
Oops.
Was it, Mom, can we get a dog? Or Mom, we want a dog. We want a dog.
Look, I can make myself sitting on the couch.
You can?
Yeah. I can make myself whiter too. you do edit pose.
Okay. How do I do that?
Click on your person. No, click on your person, like see me.
Wait, can you sit?
Yeah,
How?
but yours, I don't know. I have mine to the side. I edited it so that I was facing that way, and then it let me sit. Maybe try clicking on that and see if it'll let you.
Yes. So what's this? I don't know.
Huh,
You don't sit like that.
that's weird.
You just like up. So what face should you have? I'm thinking maybe like this. Like, I know, I do too, but my allergies.
I'm sad.
Yeah. Okay, pose. Let me make mine a little funky. Alright. Now I'm my dog, and then I need a text back
Gotta
for
make
you.
Rowan taller.
Oh wait, yeah, you can do that. I need to do that. This. Uh-oh. That's not very good.
I'm gonna pause this so my teacher. Okay, so now that you've finished your storyboard or your comic strip, would you please hand it in to me, and I will go through the rubric to grade it for you. And next time we can share it with everyone in the class. Thank you.